This week marks 3 years since the deadliest high school shooting in U.S. history. On February 14, 2018, 14 students and 3 staff members lost their lives at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. In partnership with my Snapchat show, Stay Tuned, I caught up with a student and teacher who survived the shooting to find out how they're doing 3 years later. On February 14, 2018, a former student opened fire at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, murdering 17 people, making it one of the deadliest school shootings in the nation. Sam Grady was there in room 1214.
After I heard those 2 gunshots, then we started running, and then he came for our classroom.
She was a junior when she was grazed by bullets that day, and her best friend didn't make it.
Unfortunately, she didn't make it.
I met Sam a couple weeks after the attack as she and her classmates went back to school, and we just caught up again. I can't believe that it's been 3 years since we first met and we spoke on those bleachers. How have you been since that day?
Well, it's been an ups and downs. I go to college now. I'm learning, getting my career ready. But at the same time, with that, it also, there's still trauma still there every day. Honestly, I do have to say it's really hard to wrap my mind around 3 years. Like, it seems so long ago, but at the same time, it seems like it was yesterday.
Going to a college where many people don't know what she's been through is often tough for her.
Last year, on the anniversary, I had a test, a calculus test. And during the calculus test, the fire alarm went off. It's short enough to say that was the only test I've ever failed, at least in calculus. Everyone's like, oh, someone opened the fire door, let's continue working, while I was sitting in my chair shaking. Sometimes I feel like there's pressure for me now, like, to not show what I'm experiencing, just so people don't see how badly it affects me. So a lot of times I just smile and just be like, oh, that was weird, even though I'm really, not doing okay. For me and for a lot of other people who are who go into the military and who have seen horrible things and who, have experienced something that I've experienced or my classmates experienced, it's not always a let's get over it real quick type of deal. You just compared what you and your teenage classmates went through to somebody who's gone to war. I mean, that's not something that ever leaves you. No. It doesn't matter if it's been a week or if it's been 20 years. Any experience where you have to hear gunshots and see people getting wounded, it's not like it goes away. You're not always prepared for it, so it's important to really focus on the importance of mental health. It's not normal to go through what we went through, so why do you think it's normal to get over it? Do you still talk to any of your other classmates? I remember one of the things that struck me so much about meeting you all that day was hearing about this group chat you were all in. Well, we all went our separate ways, after high school. One of the things I gotta say is that, my teacher, Ms. Seamus, literally the definition of, the most amazing teacher. I have, so much to say of good words for this lady, but she, every once in a while, she makes sure to check in on all of us. Last week she did the group chat, and she's like, hi, I just want to check in on you guys, make sure you guys are okay. And it's just those little things that keep us connected. I love her so much, honestly. Ivy Seamus is that incredible teacher. She eventually moved to Washington, D.C., and like Sam and all those there that day, her life was forever changed. First, I'm wondering how you've been doing.
Thank you so much for asking. I think sometimes the teachers that went through all of this, a little bit get bypassed, and that's fine. But this, because we think about the families the most important, and then the students that went through all of this. But we saw terrible things as well. But I'm doing okay. I'm trying to help myself is what I'm actually really doing. So I'm okay. Thank you.
What was it like for you to be the adult for these children who understood, to be the one who saw?
We heard the shots, and seconds later we were being ambushed. And I thought, okay, I'm the adult here. What am I going to do? I have to take actions. I said, this person, I kept thinking, has so much hate in their heart. It just has so. I'm just going to get up and I'm going to say we love you. And I figured that would be my last words.
Oh my gosh, to hear that your plan was to say we love you. I mean, that is...
The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. And we can't do that. And so that was my train of thought at the time.
So you decided to stay at the school until all those students graduated. That for you was kind of your North Star there?
Oh, I had to. I had to. There were students that did not want to go back, and I don't blame them. It was so horrific and so tragic, and so I was thinking, if I don't go back, they're not going to want to go back. I was a role model to those kids for many years, and I just felt like I had to.
She's still a role model to them, and this year, 3 years after that horrific day, she wrote a letter to her students as they all look to the future.
I'm going to tell them what I hope for them and how I feel, and just reflections about the past couple of years, to have full confidence in themselves. And it's okay to not be okay sometimes. I'm especially proud of my students and the students in the 1200 building who really, really had to overcome a lot.
Sam certainly has, and she's come out strong. Even deciding she wants to be a doctor, a choice she says became even more clear after what she went through.
I seen the care that they provided, especially to a person who was going through a lot of mental processing at that time. And I want to be able to provide that and to give someone a little hope. I can't wait until I could put on that white coat and be like, hi, I'm Dr. Grady, you know? So.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.